Mr. Kwesi Smith, I might add, and he's telling us all about responsible pet ownership. This is a part of what I've dubbed the Educating of the Ignorami series, because I can't continue round up the people if I don't give them the tools they need. Okay, it's a part of my ministry. So Kwesi, can you remember your first pet you had? Like, what sparked your interest in wanting to be a vet?
My grandmother had a lot of dogs inside the yard in Nassau.
Yeah?
That's where it started.
Yeah?
Then, my father he asked me when I was 12 what I wanted to be in my life.
At 12?
Yes.
Come on, Mr. Lenny, at 12?
Serious man, you don't play.
Yeah, I can't wait to get him on. I'm trying to get an interview with your daddy.
I said I wanted to be a veterinarian. And
How did you know that at 12 though, Kwesi? Dr. Smith, sorry.
when you that age and you fascinated with animals, you do a lot of reading, like you look in the encyclopedia, because we ain't have no Google back then.
Yeah.
Right? I kind of old now. Right?
No, you're only 25.
Yeah.
Right.
You had no Google back then, so you do the encyclopedia thing, have your aunties send you books on dogs from the States, and he asked me what I wanted to do. Because I was a class clown.
Look at my son, he's like encyclopedia.
My teachers were getting...
No, Wikipedia is not an encyclopedia.
Well, my teachers were getting very frustrated with me at St. John's. So
Yeah.
A little bit of a class clown. So I tell them I want to be a veterinarian, and the next week I was at Basil San's office. And that's what I
Cool.
did for the rest of my life.
Wow, so your parents who encouraged you. How smart do you gotta be? Like how many, I need biology, GC, like how smart does one have to be a vet?
Smart has nothing to do with anything you're trying to achieve in life.
Okay, children in the car, you're listening? But you do need some basic biology.
You have to open up the doors, but like for me, I always tell people I don't have no glowing, outlandish grades.
Not glowing outlandish.
I don't.
Glowing outlandish. You have a way with words, Dr. Smith, I swear.
But it all about how much work you decide to put in towards that particular dream,
Okay.
right? The grades are gonna get you through the door,
Okay.
but what is gonna keep you in the door? Because you can have all the A's all you want and still don't know how to take a dog temperature.
No, that's true.
People, but I don't like that word smart.
Okay. It's all relative too.
Yeah.
Does it ever get icky? Because I remember being at your clinic a couple of times and I was like, oh Lord. Yo Lord. Like, does it, like, how do you not like throw up when you're doing these procedures? Like, how do you snip someone's testicles and not puke?
Because, well, it doesn't necessarily get icky for me. Because
Okay.
I like it.
Remember, I nearly threw up. I was mad and I was being nosy. I should have stayed, but I had to go to the bathroom and I passed and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I had a moment.
It doesn't get icky for me. Like I said, I've been doing it a long time, and I'm pretty tolerant of what people would call nastiness or whatever. If you check my Facebook page, I'm always putting up disgusting pictures. But those things excite me because
Thanks, Dr.
if
Smith.
I see it now and I do something and I fix it, and I
Okay.
see it in 2 weeks and it looks better, that's exciting to me.
Okay.
Right?
I buy that.
So you see these quote unquote icky things, but those things don't bother.
Don't bother you.
Like I could take you to some farms I've been on in my lifetime, and you would die.
I can imagine. Because I remember just hanging out with Chris back in the day
Yeah.
as a vet working on big animals, and I was like, ick!
Put on some water
This
boots.
is disgusting. Like working with them pig. Oh,
Put on some water boots, and you're walking through a field of
feces.
yeah.
Yes, that's gross. I was like, Chris, I can't visit you to work. Sorry.
Though feces tells you a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the nation is full of feces.
Man, Chrissy,
Kwesi, I want you to show your true colors on
No,
the
you
show.
ain't give me the sidetrack. Feces tells you a lot. Even with people, right?
What does feces tell you?
You could tell a lot by how it smells.
Okay.
If blood in it, you can smell that.
Okay.
Right? If too much oil in it, you can see how it floats and all this different stuff.
So you actually took a school in fecalology, a
I've
class.
been dealing with it all my life,
Wow.
Fleas, ticks, all that stuff, man.
Ew, gross. So Kwesi, what's the one message before we go to Bartholomew on the line? We're doing this show to give our people the tools that they need to be more responsible when it comes to how they treat their pets. Do you really think we're going to see an end to just like a proliferation of strays, dogs on Bay Street shopping and all?
Most definitely. We working on that right now. We're working on
Yeah?
it right now. Dr. Sands, myself, Dr. Dorset, Dr. Johnson, we all have pitched in and lending ourselves to spay as many of these animals as we can while we're still doing our private work.
What about euthanizing? Because I remember when I lived in the States, They got this vat of acid that they used to take all the mangy, scruffy dogs, and just they said they'll take them and burn their carcasses.
That's barbaric. There's other ways to do euthanasia. I believe in euthanasia for certain things, right? But over the years too, certain groups, humanitarian groups, have come along and hindered stuff about euthanasia.
Kwesi, if the dog's teats are scraping on the ground, she's had 1 million puppies. You know, you could see some of these dogs. We see some maimed and jagged animals around these streets in New Providence.
The problem I'm having with euthanasia is people want to try and save dogs with very communicable diseases, and we're already in a situation where these diseases are so contagious. You know, you could be living on the side of somebody, and their dog have
You're gonna
some
scare me.
disease, and then your dog gets sick. Because these things travel.
We have to do a better job. That's all I'm saying.
Thanks.
What do you do to teach our people? Because a lot of people would say, you know, like you said, I got a puppy. He was so cute, and you know, I didn't realize it was this much work. Hello, sound familiar?
Well,
you know, you get a pet for your children, and you end up doing all the work.
We as veterinarians have to advertise a little bit more. Like Dr. Sands does a wonderful job with the articles in the Punch.
Yes, he does. I always read Bazzy's columns.
The articles in the Punch. I talk about stuff on my Facebook page sometimes. I try to educate my clients when they do come in as much as possible, because we have to raise our voice a little bit, because we have a lot of veterinarians who ain't never been to vet school here in the Bahamas.
What?
We have a lot of veterinarians
who
haven't been to vet school in the Bahamas. You know, people who's using like neem oil. Okay. Those type of people.
Let's go to Bartholomew on the line.